You're an idiot.
All right, guys, we just came from watching the new movie. I don't think it's called.
It's not the new movie.
Well, the new Joker movie. I don't think it's called The Joker. I think it's just called Joker.
Joker?
Yeah. So we didn't watch it last week. We wanted to watch it last week, but we didn't get a chance. Actually, we wanted to watch it 2 weeks ago when it came out. Yeah. But I've been looking forward. It was one of the few movies that I've been looking forward to come out since I saw the trailer, because I thought it would be good. But I have a lot of thoughts about this movie.
Do you? Okay.
A ton of thoughts about this movie. There's going to be spoilers, so
I don't think so, because most everybody's seen it.
I think everybody's seen it. Yeah.
No,
So
I
if
don't
you've
think
seen
it's
it,
a
yeah.
spoiler.
If you look at our reviews, it's spoiler heavy. We're gonna tell you exactly what happened in the movie or what we thought was good. I'm gonna start off by saying this. It was very interesting in how they did this in being very dark, and there's a huge difference. A huge difference within Warner Brothers and within superhero genre movies, where this was a practical effect, real looking movie. There was no CGI. It was all special. There was no special effects. It was all practical effects and nitty gritty filming. As somebody that grew up in New York at the time period that the movie is being depicted, it looked just like that. New York City really did look like that. Although it's supposed to be Gotham, but everybody knows it is New York. I mean, you can almost see the New York landmarks in it.
Okay.
But it did. I was very surprised how they were able to capture that look of of that time period, the dirty New York, the New York where it was dangerous New York. It was like that at some point. I know that you mentioned at some point about the garbage. There was a garbage strike. There was a city that was bankrupt. New York was bankrupt.
All right, so continue on, because you're going as slow as the movie went. So
I know. Anyway, wow, you are just snapping on me. I love it. Anyway, it reminded me a lot about Hereditary, where it made you feel unease. Like you never felt. You couldn't relate to any other characters.
not at all.
And supposedly that was done on purpose.
Mental health is a big issue.
It is. According to something that I read, he meant it for you not to be able to relate to him, even though everybody related to him, because for what he did, all of a sudden there's copycats people, and he became a symbol.
Which I kind of didn't understand. I mean, I really didn't understand why the people were so in uproar behind him. I wasn't really getting that.
Well, I think the whole point was that the city was in disarray.
He kills 3 guys.
But those 3 guys were supposed to be like they were like they were working for something that was breaking the city. Like it was the rich versus the poor. They represented the rich people, and everybody else represented the poor people. So it was us versus them.
But how can they be rich when they're riding a freaking dumpy subway? That was not rich to me.
No, people can be rich and still ride the subway.
All right.
I mean, it's New York City. It's just the way New York City works.
So that part of the movie, I
Gotham
really
City,
didn't get that part of the movie too much. Just because
but
they were behind this guy killing 3 people, and they made him out to be
well, he's an anti-hero. They related to him, even though we saw what he did and we couldn't relate to him. The scenes, Joaquin Phoenix did an amazing job. But I don't think he did Heath Ledger's job.
It's a different job,
It is a different job, yes.
but he did an excellent job. I think this is definitely Academy Award winning
Performance by
acting.
him, yeah. Which is amazing. Wouldn't it be funny if he gets nominated and wins? It would be the second person in 11 years that gets nominated and win for portraying the Joker in a movie. Except, hopefully, he gets to see it, because Heath Ledger didn't get to see his performance or how much raving his performance got. But there were also some. It was gritty and everything, but not necessarily super great either. I think a lot of people are happy with the movie because at the end you got the fan service. You got to see Bruce Wayne, and you got to see Bruce Wayne's parents get killed, and they got killed because of the actions of the Joker, not by the Joker, but by the chaos that the Joker created. So I think that people are giving a pass to a repetitive movie, which was a repetitive movie. It was the same thing going on. It was rinse, repeat,
Yeah.
the whole movie. You didn't know what was real either, which is something that I guess somebody that is going crazy doesn't know what's real and what wasn't real.
They never did revisit that lady that lived down the hall from him. Did he kill her? And her kid?
I think he did. And I don't think whatever happened was real.
Well, no, yeah. At the time,
Which is
we
funny
thought
because it looked like it was
real.
real.
But she was kind of going with it because I even asked, "What is she seeing him?"
Yeah. But it looked real. And the same thing happened when he was watching the show at the beginning of the movie. And he saw himself being in the show. But it wasn't real. I think a lot of it is.
It was definitely a glimpse into mental health.
It's a
issues
spiral
and-
of somebody, into somebody
and
going crazy.
Yeah, spiraling into major craziness.
No, and he was going into it. He went into it.
But you did feel sorry for him though, because after you find out how he grew up and he was basically abandoned as a child, and he was raised by some crazy lunatic who ended up meeting this guy who beat him up, and that's the reason why he has the mental problems he has now.
But did he needed to kill her? I thought that was too much.
I think so, because remember the medical file said that she was narcissistic, delusional and narcissistic, the mom was. So I think there was behind the scenes stuff that she did to him,
And that he
just
forgave her.
finally was like,
That he was forgiving
"Screw
her
you,
for being.
I'm killing you."
So you think that she did stuff to him, and then
Yes.
he kind of either regressed it or didn't. He just thought she was lonely
Right.
and let it slide, but then realized no, she's just crazy.
Yeah.
That's like an interesting take on it. I'm not 100% sure I buy it though.
I think she made him who he was. She contributed at least.
Yeah, I think society considered also who he was.
True.
Obviously, he ran out of meds. He had no meds.
Yeah.
Which is funny because when he had no meds, that's basically when he started talking more.
Yeah.
So, like the meds, because I remember at the beginning of the movie, he wanted the meds to be upped for him. And he just said he didn't want to feel, he didn't want to feel bad anymore or something like that? Yeah, so I mean, you could see that the meds were kind of not dumbing him down, but
They were controlling him.
they were controlling him a little bit, yeah. It is definitely a case study on somebody losing their marbles in real time.
I'm excited to see the next, the sequel to this movie. I think I would really like to see the comings of Harlequin, I guess, when he meets her. I'm assuming that's what's going to happen.
Do you think that's what? You think that's what that? No.
No, he killed her.
Oh, he killed that black doctor or whatever that was.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was the footprints. He left the bloody footprints. He ended up killing her.
Oh, did they show that? Because I know we don't have that. But we're assuming that he did. he didn't. I don't know.
Beat the crap out of her, at least. I'm sure he killed her.
Well, maybe they won't go with Harley Quinn. They don't have to.
I think so. I think I see like an ad over there for Harlequin.
Yeah, but I don't think that's anything to do with that.
Oh, maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know, but it looks like there's a new Harlequin movie coming
It
out.
could be, but I don't think it has anything to do with this
Okay,
movie.
but anyway, getting back to this movie.
Yeah, write it in.
I did feel like I was going crazy too.
I know. What are your thoughts on the movie then? I mean,
It was very slow.
was it at Astra slow?
Yes, but
But it went somewhere.
It did go somewhere, and that lasted like half hour.
Ad Astra went from Earth to Jupiter, no, from Earth to Uranus and Uranus back to Earth. The Joker did not leave the New York City or Gotham City, and it went further. It went somewhere.
The thing of it is that there was like a split decision, I think, when he was about to kill himself, or
You think he wanted to kill himself in front of
I
it? Is that
think
at the
so.
end?
That was his plan, and then it changed.
What do you think made it
He
change?
was going to blow his head off. I'm not sure.
Do you think it would when Robert De Niro's character is questioning him for the things that he was?
He realized that Robert De Niro's character was just making fun of him, and he didn't stand for that. I mean, look, he went and let that little person go, even though he had the chance to totally kill him.
Funny moment, and
I actually knew that was going to happen because I was like, oh, he put that dang chain on the door.
He could have reached the chain on the door. That was funny.
That was messed up.
That was. I think that was unintentional. Well, I think it was intentional humor, but I mean, it was. And God, that's not nice to make fun of short people like that.
But I think the Joker, he could see people making fun of him, but he didn't let it be known that he knew people were making fun of him. Until the end, at least.
Did he? I mean, he basically took revenge on the people who were making fun of him, or the people that he felt were being.
His mom would call him Happy all the time. That was her nickname for him.
Mm-hmm.
But he was
wasn't
never happy.
Yeah, it definitely was a character.
And she even said, "You're not even funny."
You're right. She did
I
say
think
that.
he wanted to be funny, and she kept saying he wasn't funny.
But again, that was the other thing, was you had in that scene where they played that clip on the Murray show, whatever, the Robert De Niro show. You're led to believe that he actually recovered and actually had a great set, but I guess he didn't.
No.
But it looked like he did, and it seemed like there were, again, the black girl was there, so it wasn't real. So I think that was I think that's it. If you're going to be exploring the madness of going crazy, not knowing what was real and what was not, and the director never spoon-fed you and told you this was real and this was not.
Until the end. Well, he did reveal that. I mean, they showed
Well, they revealed it with the girl.
the girl. And I guess himself imagining him being on the TV. But you already knew that.
Yeah, at the beginning, yeah. But as it's happening, you couldn't tell whether something was
No.
real or not being real. And I guess that's the whole point. I mean, if you're going crazy, everything seems real. And he did. But that was what I was expecting. Was also that maybe none of this stuff happened. Because didn't he say that he said something to the doctor where he then accused her of not listening to him, and he said something like, "Sometimes I don't feel like I'm real." So if he doesn't feel that he's real, was any of the stuff real? possibly be that none of this stuff, all of this stuff was in his head?
I guess. I don't think so, but I guess.
I mean, he said, at the end he's in an institution, but maybe he thought it was, maybe he imagined all of this stuff happening to him, but none of it was a real thing.
I think he did the killings. I would have said that.
But would it surprise you if it comes out that it wasn't real?
No, it wouldn't surprise me, but I think he did.
I mean, yeah. Do you have any other thoughts about the movie? Anything else that caught your eye?
No.
Anybody else that you thought was a stand out in that movie other than Joaquin Phoenix?
No.
Oh, by the way, something that bothered me was they were in Brooklyn, and then those steps is in the Bronx. I had a problem with that.
Mm-hmm.
But again, it's not supposed to be New York City. It's supposed to be Gotham.
Well, a lot of times they show in movies that are about Gotham is actually New York. You always think it's New York every time I see it.
Oh, no. But what I'm saying is that there was a scene where you saw remember the scene of
You're at the top of the stairs and you see the skyline.
No. The scene where in the background you saw the Ferris wheel.
Oh yeah.
Okay, that's Brooklyn, and I'm 99% sure that's Coney Island. But the steps, and I could be wrong, there are no steps like that in Brooklyn.
Oh, I was gonna say I would love to see those steps because
They are in New York City, but they're in the Bronx.
That is some crazy steps.
Oh no, I've been through those steps. I've taken those steps before, and that's not the only steps though. I mean, there's a bunch of them in the Bronx. I don't know why they build them like that, but they are.
That's almost like San Francisco quality steps.
Yes, but I never saw them in Brooklyn though.
Huh.
I mean, I could be wrong. I mean, they could be in Brooklyn, and I'm totally whiffing out on this. But I do remember them in the Bronx for sure.
He sure had a workout, running up the steps and going down the steps. And I think he must have lost like 50 pounds in order to do this role.
Oh my God!
Because he was gaunt.
But the thing is that Joaquin Phoenix does throw himself into the character.
He
that he does.
I think he went off the deep end one time with that.
No. Do you know I read about that? You're talking about the appearance that he had at Letterman?
Yeah.
No, it was actually it was a publicity stunt.
Oh.
He knew what he was doing, but it looked like he didn't.
I thought he did that on Letterman and elsewhere though, but
yeah, he was doing it on purpose.
Everybody thought he was.
It was like a performance art.
Oh well.
People thought that he retired for real and that he was gonna do some country music or rap career or something like that. And
I don't know, but like I said, I think he did an excellent job.
Yeah,
I think it is.
He definitely is gonna get nominated. Yeah,
he will get nominated.
I don't think he's gonna win though. I think he'll get nominated, but something tells me he's not gonna win.
A lot of the movies I've seen so far this year, I think he's there, right there.
Really? What other movie you think he would nominate?
I don't even know. I don't think I've seen actually. Have we seen any?
Any movies? Well, other than that I thought, what's her name? And was it Kate Blanchett in Bernadette?
Oh yeah.
I thought that was excellent. Yeah. It should be.
Again, kind of crazy.
Yeah, another crazy person that we
Neurotic.
kind of. Yeah. We're gravitating towards crazy. What does that say about us? It can't be good.
I think it says something about the Academy Awards.
Well, I don't know. They haven't nominated it yet.
Oh, sure. Okay.
But it says something about Hollywood. Anyway, what do you give it?
I'll give it 4.5, and that is simply because it really dragged on. That first hour and a half of the movie, yeah, they were building up, but
It was going nowhere.
At one point, I think you almost fell asleep because you were like yawning and
Oh, I know. That was struggle there. I give it 4 stars. Yeah. I mean, I wasn't 100% sold on the movie, and I'm not in the camp that says it's the greatest movie in the summer, or I mean of the season or whatever. I'm not in that camp. I think that when you look back at it, you're judging that on the fan service. If you take away the fan service, I think people will go like, I don't know if I like this movie, but they like the fan service where you set up a Batman and you advance Batman and you give Joker a purpose for what, you know. The actions was a domino to what happened to Batman, even though it wasn't him.
It's definitely a different origin story. I mean, the other movies with Joker in it, the origin story was he was dropped in a vat of toxic waste.
Well, that was Jack Nicholson, yeah. And Heath Ledger wasn't. Heath Ledger was.
I don't even remember.
But that's the thing, though. That's also one other brilliant thing about the Joker character is that Joker characters are four different Jokers. You know, you have a psychopath, you have a clown, which I guess this was the clown one. You have a gangster, which was the Jared Leto of, you know, which
that
wasn't
was
a good
the
one.
Worst
That was the worst Joker performance ever. And the gangster. Also, the other guy was a gangster. Nicholson portrayal as the gangster.
Yes.
I think Cesar Romero was. No, is it Cesar Romero? Yeah, Cesar Romero. Yeah. I think he was clown. I think he was a clown. So yeah, I mean, Joker is a very deep character, and it could go into many different directions when they portray the Joker.
It was pretty graphic, though. I mean, people,
Well, that was the real part.
People getting shot in the head or getting their brains splattered all
over the place. Yeah.
like bashing their head in. So yeah, the gore was really up there, but only at the last half hour.
Because in the first 30 minutes you don't see shit.
Yeah, the first 30, half hour, one and a
First
half,
hour
hour
and a half, yeah.
nothing. Just a bunch of craziness.
Yeah. And a lot of out of place laughing.
Right?
Which I don't know. I guess
I actually think there are people out there that have that syndrome or whatever with the uncontrollable laughter at the worst, like not at opportune moments or whatever. I think that's an actual.
Stress? I mean, from stress.
That's an actual sickness. Yeah.
Maybe. You're right. You might be right. Anyway, you want to wrap it up?
Yep.
Alrighty. Good night, Bob. Wherever you are.